This is our second video in Lesson 1 for our module Planning for College. In this video, we'll be looking at the CFNC.org website and some of the features. This website is packed with lots of good information and tools that can help you plan for college, plan for careers, find ways to pay for college. There's just lots of good tools and the CFNC website. So we're going to start. I'm already logged in, and your login should be here somewhere, and you can just click on that, put in your new account information. You should have created your account in Lesson 1. And so here in Lesson 2, we're going to look briefly at some aspects of the website. So we're going to start with editing our profile, which is here on the left side of your screen. Under Profile, you have 5 categories. You have the Basics, which is just what it says. It is basic information about yourself. And then Looking Ahead gives you an opportunity to record some goals that you have. Activities and Interests is a place where you can record when you are doing things like community service, when you're doing leadership, involved in different experiences that you may want to record later on your college scholarship applications or your college application. So this is a good place to keep that information handy to help you keep up with it. There's also a place for you to do leadership information, some networking. That'd be a good place to store your references. And then How You See Yourself has an area for personal goals, just you acknowledging who you are. It has a place for you to do a personal statement, which could be helpful for you as you're working towards college and applications and scholarships, to really have a personal statement already prepped for yourself. And then the last category would be some review information. So let's get started by looking at the basics. And on this particular part of your profile, as I said, this is just basic information about you. I'm logged in, so my particular profile will come up, and I've removed some personal information, not willing to share some of that with you. And so if you look through this particular section, if you see some things that you haven't included, you can always click the Edit tab, and the boxes will come up. Now, there is not required information in the profile section. All this is optional, but it may be helpful for you to fill this in. So if you've changed anything or added anything, you always want to click the Save button. If you don't, then your information will not be saved. And so that's just the General Information tab. It is self-explanatory. The basics are self-explanatory. So we'll go back to the profile, and we'll look at the next category. So the Looking Ahead category has a place for you to record your life goals, your long-term goals. So life goals would be throughout your lifetime, long-term 5 to 10 years, intermediate 2 to 5 years, and then short-term goals. And here is a section for plans to put your short-term goals into action. So we will click on, say for instance, create a short-term goal, just to see what this page looks like. So you have categories that you can choose what type of goal it is, and then what would be the benefit of reaching the goal, and what you need to do in order to reach that goal. Once you have entered the information you want to enter, you can hit that Save button again. Always remember to save your information as you're working through CFNC. So we will go back to the profile page again. Something else noteworthy, as I said in the beginning, is the activities and interests part of your profile. So as you can see here on the left, you have different tabs for different types of things that you could enter. So we're going to click on community service and service learning. If you had an opportunity where you volunteered in the community, you could click on this tab to add, and you basically just fill in these boxes. It breaks it down for you. It's simple. You can describe what you did. You can reflect on how that experience went. You can even add contact information for whoever was heading that up, because these are things that you'll need to know later on when you're doing scholarship and college applications. If you have some distinctive awards that you would like to remember, then you can again select add an award under the award tab, awards and honors, and you can fill in these fields and that will be saved for you. This would be extremely valuable when you're actually doing college applications and scholarship applications. It's hard to remember some of those things when you are in the midst of an application. Then here is the networking tab. So you can click add contact, and it gives you a place to add a name, an email. You can click the drop down and choose the relationship that that person has with you, and then in the description you could describe that contact. You could add a phone number in that box or any other important information. So this is really a one-stop shop for all the information that you may need as you're looking for college applications. It's going to be a very helpful tool if you take the time to fill this in. The last section that we'll look at is how you see yourself. In this particular section, you can enter your social or personal goals, what you know about yourself, self-knowledge, and you can actually upload under personal statement a written personal statement about yourself. So it gives you the opportunity here to choose a file from your computer and to upload information about yourself. So all of these are great sections to fill out in your profile for you to use for CFNC. So now we're going to move on and we're going to look at, so under this My CFNC, you do have a tab for high school planning. So what is your plan? What are your goals? Your plan of study. So this is a place you can record some of that information. Do you have AP classes? What are your academic goals? What about early college programs, activities outside of school, your attendance in school? So this is another place that you can add information that you can just sit down and you can look at forming a plan. So now we're going to move on to the plan tab, as you see here in the red. And so planning for college, we'll click that. And under this particular tab, there are many resources for you to take advantage of. Preparing for college, searching for college, exploring programs and majors. This particular tab would be very helpful. It gives you different majors, and we'll just pick the first one. You can click on that particular major and go to that tab. If you hover, it gives you, if you click, it gives you facts about that particular career. and information about that particular career. So we will go back to Plan for College. This tab tells you about entrance requirements, and this is very important, college test prep, because the ACT and SAT are two tests that you'll need to take when entering college. So there is a wealth of information here under this Plan tab. So let's go ahead and move on to looking at the Apply tab. So here is a place where you can apply to colleges, you can apply for financial aid, and you can request your residency. We will talk about financial aid and residency in another lesson. So for right now, it's good to know where it is. That is under the Apply tab. And then last would be the Pay tab. And so this gives you some information about ways that you can pay for college. Okay? Grants and scholarships. And under here you can actually search for grants and scholarships. You could work part-time. You might need to take out a loan. You might need to use some savings. It talks about installment plans. And here are some basics about financial literacy. So all of these are great resources when you're looking at how you're going to pay for college. That is a very brief overview of how to maneuver the CFNC website. So remember, your profile would be the first thing you want to look at, and then you can explore the Plan tab, Planning for College, many resources there. You can explore the Apply tab, and so you can do college applications, financial aid, and residency, and then explore the many different ways that you can pay for college. So I encourage you to make use of this website and to explore it, to begin to understand some of the information that you need to apply to college, to get to college. You need to start working on some of these things now. Volunteer, get out in the community. That is something that a lot of people lack when they apply for college. So this is our tutorial about exploring CFNC. You will find an assignment for you, which is basically to do some exploration on your own and then record that in the second part of lesson 1.